So we apparently have some new information in regards to some of the upcoming X-Men from the Ashes, some of the books that we didn't get much information on. We've gotten a bit more about what's going to happen. We've gotten some of the solicitations out. So we know more about what they're going to be doing. As the information has come out, I'm going to be going through it. I want to let you know what it's going to be about and give my thoughts on it. So we will start with NYX. Now, I had previously pronounced it as Nix. I do apologize for that. It wasn't Nix, it's NYX. I think it was some kind of New York X kind of thing or something like that, right? It basically boils down to being a load of nonsense. But let's get into this. This is going to be written by Colin Kelly and Jackson Lanzik. Oh my God. So this is what it is, right? This is NYX. This literally is the actual solicitation for it word by word. This isn't a book about X-Men. This is a book about mutants living past the end of their world and into a new beginning. This is Ms. Marvel embracing her mutant life in the neon streets of the Lower East Side. This is Arnold trying to keep his head above water. This is Wolverine in the shadows of Bushwick protecting her own. This is Prodigy writing history as it happens, and Sophie Cuckoo finding her own way. The news reports are bleak. The streets feel dangerous. There's something lurking underground, evil coming from every direction, but they're determined to make it. This is mutant community. This is mutant pride. This is NYX. Everything about that sounds wrong to me. Everything. The way it starts off, but this is not an X-Men book. This is about mutant surviving past the end of the world. Everything's wrong about that book. And the minute they go out and actually mention Kamala Khan, right? The minute they actually go and mention Kamala Khan and act like this is supposed to be something people care about, because nobody is interested in Kamala Khan. Nobody at all is interested in this character. Everybody is sitting, drinking coffee, all kind of thing. They talk about Wolverine because apparently X-23 is now Wolverine also, because God forbid there just be one Wolverine and she had remained as X-23. No. And a bunch of other people I know not to care about. This is what it is. So this is basically just new age mutant pride in New York City. That's what NYX is about. Why they think anybody would care about this, I don't know. But just from reading that little description, I mean, well, I had no interest in picking this up to begin with because I already knew what's going to happen. But, this is going to drive away more people. Nobody likes Ms. Marvel. Nobody cares about mutants in the big city standing up for themselves and trying to be all Gen Z. Nobody gives a shit about that. Nobody. Literally nobody. Another mention, you have Ms. Marvel and the hell of it, the person whose superpower is growing big hands. That's some giant fish she does always have there. Nobody gives a shit about this. This whole thing sounds terrible on the face of it. Literally terrible on the face of it. So that's what they're doing there. Then we get to Phoenix, because we haven't had enough of Jean Grey as Phoenix, and they have to have all kind of variant covers. Apparently, she's going to be getting a new outfit in it and all kind of thing, and maybe they'll be braiding her hair. Who knows? I don't. Understand? It's going to be written by Stephanie Phillips because if you need it to be worse, you could do that also, right? This is literally the synopsis for it. Life, fire, power, possibility, Phoenix. She is Jean Grey. She is Phoenix. She saves the world. She brings death. One woman alone in space who not only must do what no one else can, she yearns to. A desperate SOS from Nova brings the Phoenix to the edge of a black hole where hundreds of lives hang in the balance. And whatever Jean does or fails to do will bring darkness to the universe and haunt her in ways she can scarcely imagine. When they literally say one woman alone in space, my first thought was, okay, don't come back. Honestly, I'm sorry for like, but that was my one thought. Okay, don't come back. I'm sick and tired of Gene as the Phoenix now. They did it once, they could have moved on. But the Phoenix are stuck around way too long. But last I heard, I think Echo had the Phoenix inside of it, but now it's back to Jean. And one was, but I mean, nobody, it fucking matters that Jean Grey cannot carry a book on her own. That's just a fact. She cannot carry a book on her own. No matter how they may try to put it in this way or spin it in that way, she cannot carry a book on her own. That's just a fact. The only mutant that can carry a book on his own, literally could carry a book on his own, is Wolverine. It have one or two others who may be able to do it. Like I say, Cable could do it if you do a really good run with Cable. Yes. Maybe. Who else? Maybe Bishop might make a 1-2 turn, but not necessarily. But basically, I've had to boil it down to say bottom line of who you should bet on, Wolverine. The rest of them work well in teams. Nobody's interested in Phoenix alone in the galaxy. Nobody cares. Literally, nobody cares. If she doesn't come back, nobody would really miss her whatsoever at all, in no way, shape, or form. So I don't know what they're trying to pull there, but that's what they're doing. We also got some news about X-Force. Oh, and by the way, they're going back with the whole, but I'll get to that shortly. I'm going to give a little wrong. This is when we written by Jeffrey Thorne. Right, this is the synopsis for X-Force. A new path forged. The world is fractured. Forge uses his powers of invention to devise the only fix, an all-new, all-different X-Force. Forge leads a custom-made, hand-picked team of mutants: Rachel Summers, Betsy Braddock, Sage, Surge, and introducing Tank, in off-the-books mission so dire, so integral to the fate of the Marvel Universe, there's no time to stop for permission. As Forge detects increasing threats across the planet, he will recruit a specialist for each target. First up, that regenerating degenerate Deadpool. Be here for an X-Force like you've never seen them before. Stick around to see who joins, who lives, who dies, and uncover the mystery of Forge's discovery. Now, I like Forge. Forge is a cool character. Once in a while, he could literally make anything out of it. Cool, no problem with that. Forge shows up every now and again, not a problem, we're good. But just so you know, the whole Rachel Summers, Betsy Braddock thing, yes, they are going to be pushing that nonsense heavily again. You understand me? It's not going to stop. They want to keep pushing as much of that lesbianism, forced lesbianism bullshit as possible that nobody asked for. Literally nobody asked for. They're going to be trying to do that. You understand me? How many times did they have to cancel and reboot that book? Yet they won't stop it. But that's what they're trying to do. Now, X-Force is kind of like, covert ops of the X-Men. They do the dirty work. And it could work when done really well. It has worked over the years. No problem there. But I don't see much in regards to this to make me all that excited. Like I said, I do like Forge, no problem with it. I have absolutely no interest in Rachel Summers and Betsy Braddock, two women who were straight as arrows before this. I decided to change them so they could suck face every day. And that's all they're going to be pushing in regards to that. The rest of them, Sage, Surge, and Tank, no business, don't care, not interested whatsoever. Deadpool used to be interested before it started screwing that up as well. So I don't know what anybody was expecting from this, but I really have no hope in this going forward. Guys say X-Force can work when done really well, but I don't see it working here. We also got a little bit of information about X-Men. This is the one that's going to have Cyclops, who looks like a teenager, and the rest of them on the book, right? Krakoa is gone. Orcus has fallen. Well, wait to give that spoiler. But the X-Men remain always. Cyclops leads because that is what he does. Beast builds because that is what he does. And from their new home in Alaska, the X-Men raise a flag of defiance. Mutant business is their business. Join Cyclops, Beast, Magneto, Psylocke, Kid Omega, Temper, Magic, and Juggernaut as new forces in the world move into position, battling for the destiny and philosophy of the mutant species. All right. Let me just say this, sir. I don't dig this team at all. Said that in my last video, I don't dig this team at all. Cyclops looks like a teenager. They have Magneto and Juggernaut because, ever since Krakoa, every villain is now holding hands with them and singing Kumbaya. Doesn't work at all. I have no problem with magic. Okay. But here's the thing I need to let some people know in regards if they were unaware of what's happening of what the Krakoa era has done and has literally destroyed the X-Men. You see, Beast, this is not Beast, right? This is a clone of Beast with only memories up to a couple decades ago. That's it. Why? Because in Krakoa era, they literally turned Hank McCoy, aka Beast, into a literal lunatic. Seriously, that's what they did. They turned Beast into a lunatic. He basically became mutant, or should I say Krakoa's version of a messed up CIA. He was kidnapping people, kidnapping mutants, running experiments, all kind of watching that some of the most unsavory, twisted shit imaginable. Beast was doing. Honestly, some of the worst, horrendous things about things that you would never even think Beast would be capable of doing. They had Beast do it. And then, I think in a previous issue, something like that, they had him sacrifice himself or get killed or something like that. And then, they found this clone of him, and that's what's going on. So this clone is now Beast because the actual Hank McCoy, they ruined him and then killed him off. Now, if you think what they did to Hank McCoy is bad, what they've done to Xavier is a little worse because now, right now in the Krakoa era, you have literally Charles Xavier wanting to travel back in time to murder a child. Yeah, that's what he was doing. He literally telling people that, I am no longer the Xavier that you knew. This is what he's saying. Like, he's willing to do anything. Xavier has done some pretty shady things over the years, yes, but, in regards to this was just freaking wrong. That's what it was, just literal wrongness. That's what it is. So this is what we're getting. X-Men, that aren't X-Men with Cyclops, clone Beast, Juggernaut, who isn't a mutant because his powers are magical, Magneto, and a bunch of others. Well, Magic, some others we don't necessarily care about. We have X-Force that is setting up to not make anybody interested in it at all. We have NYX that sounds like something you should literally get some insecticide and spray until it stops moving. And we have Phoenix alone in the universe while we all hope she just doesn't come back. That's it. This is what we're getting, people, and this is what they expect us to be excited for. I am not at all. I am not excited for any of this at all. But this is the relaunch they're doing with X-Men. Good luck with that. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like, if you hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.